Welcome, everyone. Today, we're going to explore some of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the United States of America, featuring the top 4 Sacagawea dollars, Susan B., Anthony dollars, and Monticello Jefferson nickels. United States. These coins are not just pieces of pocket change. They are true treasures in the world of coin collecting and investing. From rare minting errors to unique silver and gold tones, and even special color shades that set them apart, these coins have become major highlights for collectors across the country. Each one tells a story of American history, craftsmanship, and value, making them some of the most sought-after and valuable coins in today's market. So, if you're a coin enthusiast or someone who appreciates the beauty and significance of U.S. currency, this video is just for you. Fast up one. The 1944 P. Jefferson nickel is far more than just a small 5-cent coin. It is a gleaming survivor from one of the most dramatic chapters in American history. Struck in the heart of World War II, this coin carries the power, urgency, and innovation of an entire nation united by purpose. Unlike the ordinary nickels we see today, this one was not made from the typical copper-nickel blend. Because nickel was desperately needed for weapons and armor plating, the U.S. Mint changed the formula and produced the wartime Jefferson nickels using an alloy of silver, copper, and manganese. That single decision transformed the 1944 P nickel into a precious relic, a shining piece of silver-laden history that gleams with the courage of a generation that refused to surrender. When you hold a 1944 P. Jefferson nickel, you're touching a piece of the 1940s, a time when every resource, every ounce of metal, every coin mattered. These nickels were born not merely from the need for currency, but from the urgency of war. The P mint mark above Monticello's dome was the first. Never before had the Philadelphia Mint placed its mark on U.S. coinage. That bold P stood for pride, for precision, and for the patriotism that drove America to victory. Even now, it's a detail that stirs emotion, a small but powerful symbol of the nation's resilience. Every curve and shadow on the 1944 P nickel tells a story. On the obverse, you see the thoughtful face of Thomas Jefferson, one of America's founding fathers, philosopher, president, and author of Liberty's Declaration. His image here is strong yet serene, gazing into the future as if seeing beyond his own century. On the reverse, Jefferson's home, Monticello, stands proud, a symbol of intelligence, culture, and independence. During the war years, this design took on new meaning. Monticello became more than an architectural landmark. It became a metaphor for the American home, steadfast, unbroken, and luminous under the light of freedom. The silver content in the 1944 P nickel makes it shimmer unlike any other in the series. When fresh from the mint, these coins carried a soft, silvery glow, different from the dull gray of the typical nickel. Over time, some developed tones of blue, violet, or golden hues, natural patinas that collectors today prize as a mark of authenticity and age. Each coin aged in its own way, shaped by decades of circulation, storage, and human touch. This individuality makes every surviving 1944 P. Jefferson nickel unique, a one-of-a-kind heirloom that cannot be replicated. Collectors around the world know that the wartime silver nickels, 1942 to 1945, are the hidden gems of mid-20th century coinage. But among them, the 1944 P stands out not just for its metallic composition, but for the near-mythic status it has achieved in numismatic circles. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 100 million of them, yet only a fraction remain in pristine, uncirculated condition today. Many were melted, lost, or worn down through decades of use. That scarcity in top grades gives the 1944 P its commanding value in the coin market, where a flawless example can bring prices that astonish even seasoned collectors. Yet, the real magic of this coin goes beyond money. The 1944 P. Jefferson nickel is a symbol of transformation, how necessity can spark innovation. It represents how a country under immense pressure found beauty in adaptation. Every time someone discovers one tucked away in an old collection or jar change, it's like uncovering a message from the past, a reminder that even in hardship, creativity and strength shine brightest. Some of these coins, due to minting errors, have become legends of their own. There are nickels with double dies, repunched mint marks, and off-center strikes. each mistake turning an already special coin into a priceless treasure. These anomalies, frozen in metal, speak of the human element in the minting process. The precision, the fatigue, the relentless pace of wartime production. For the lucky few who find one of these rare varieties, the discovery can indeed change their fortune overnight. To hold a 1944 P nickel is to hold history compressed into metal, a small, tangible fragment of America's greatest generation. It whispers of factory workers laboring through the night, of soldiers carrying these nickels in their pockets as lucky charms, of families on the home front collecting scrap metal to support the war effort. It's not just a coin. It's a heartbeat from 1944, still pulsing with the rhythm of hope. Today, the market for this coin burns brighter than ever. Collectors chase them with passion. Investors seek them for their blend of silver and historical significance. And dreamers imagine finding that perfect specimen that could be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands if it bears a rare die error. The energy around a 1944 P nickel is electric because it combines rarity, beauty, and emotion in one gleaming artifact. The coin also holds a certain poetry. It began as a humble 5 cents, a coin for the everyday American. Yet it evolved into something that transcended its denomination. It reminds us that true value isn't always in gold or in the obvious. Sometimes it hides in the simple, in the overlooked, in the small circles of metal that once passed from hand to hand during humanity's hardest hours. In today's market, the 1944 P. Jefferson nickel continues to astonish. Perfectly preserved pieces command premium prices that can reach thousands of dollars, depending on luster, strike, and condition. And with time, as fewer pristine examples remain, their worth only climbs higher. For collectors and historians alike, it's more than an investment. It's a legacy coin, a silver sentinel from a defining era. So if you happen to own a 1944 P. Jefferson nickel, don't dismiss it as a mere old coin. Look at it closely. The shimmer of silver, the bold P mint mark, the careful engraving of Monticello. You may be holding a fortune, yes, but even more than that, you're holding the memory of a nation at its most determined, and a testament to how something so small can hold a story so vast. This coin has a power to change your fortune not only in wealth but in appreciation for history, resilience, and the timeless awe of American coinage. Next up, the 1943 P. Jefferson nickel is one of the most extraordinary coins ever to come out of the U.S. Mint, a glimmering survivor from the midst of World War II, carrying within its metallic body the weight of history, innovation, and national pride. It wasn't born merely as a piece of currency, but as a response to a nation in crisis, when every ounce of metal had meaning, and every coin told a story of sacrifice. This coin is not your everyday nickel. It contains silver, yes, real silver, a rarity for a denomination typically known for its modest copper-nickel blend. And because of that, this 5-cent piece is transformed from a wartime necessity into a collector's treasure that today holds the power to change fortunes overnight. In 1943, America was deep in the throes of the Second World War. Nickel, an essential metal used in making armor, tanks, and weapons, was in short supply. The U.S. Mint made a bold decision. It would remove nickel from the 5-cent coin and replace it with a mix of silver, copper, and manganese. Thus, the war nickel was born, and among them, the 1943 P issue from Philadelphia became one of the most symbolic coins of the entire Jefferson series. The addition of the large P mint mark above Monticello was unprecedented. For the first time in U.S. Mint history, the Philadelphia facility marked its coins. That simple P didn't just stand for a city. It stood for patriotism, precision, and perseverance in the face of global turmoil. When you hold a 1943 P. Jefferson nickel, you're holding more than just 5 cents. You're holding a piece of America's wartime heartbeat. The silver in its composition gives it a distinctive luster, different from every other nickel before or after it. Under light, it gleams with subdued, ghostly radiance, a metallic echo of the era when the nation turned factories into war machines and citizens collected scrap metal for front lines. Each coin struck during that period carries a whisper of that collective effort, a reminder that even small things, even a nickel, can play a role in the destiny of a nation. The design itself, created by sculptor Felix Schlag, remains one of the most admired in American coinage. On the obverse, Jefferson's thoughtful profile radiates intelligence and resolve, a fitting tribute to the man who penned the Declaration of Independence and laid the foundation of democracy's ideals. On the reverse, Monticello, his home, sits regally, a testament to architectural grace and Enlightenment values. But during 1943, that image took on new meaning. Monticello became a symbol of the American home front, strong, enduring, and unyielding despite the storms of war. Collectors across the world view the 1943 P nickel as one of the crown jewels of the Silver War nickels. Its silver content alone gives intrinsic value, but its historical weight and relative scarcity in pristine condition elevate it far beyond its metal worth. Millions were minted, yes, but time has thinned their ranks. Many were melted down, worn smooth in circulation, or lost to history's march. Finding one today in uncirculated or proof-like condition is akin to uncovering buried treasure, the kind of discovery that can make headlines and change bank accounts overnight. What makes this coin even more fascinating is how it bridges two worlds, the everyday and extraordinary. It was used by ordinary Americans to buy bread, stamps, or newspapers during a time of rationing. Yet decades later, those same coins now sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on their grade and rarity. It's an irony that delights collectors and historians alike. A humble coin, once tossed casually into pockets, now commanding respect and admiration worthy of gold. Even more intriguing are the minting errors and variations that exist within the 1943 P. Jefferson nickel family. Some were struck with overpolished dies, others with doubled elements or repunched mint marks, quirks that make each surviving specimen potentially unique. The rarest among these can sell for eye-watering sums, transforming a small silver coin into a life-changing artifact. These errors are not flaws but signatures of authenticity, the human touch that brings warmth to the cold precision of the minting process. Beyond its market value, the 1943 P nickel represents ingenuity and adaptability, traits that define the American spirit. When resources were scarce, when industries were stretched thin, the mint found a way to keep the economy moving without compromising the needs of the military. It's a coin that tells a story of innovation born from necessity, a small yet powerful symbol of how creativity thrives even in crisis. Every time someone discovers one tucked away in an attic or an old coin jar, it feels like finding a message from history, whispering, "We endured, we innovated, we prevailed." Over the decades, this coin's legend has only grown. Its silver composition, its wartime origin, and its distinctive P mint mark have made it one of the most talked-about nickels in the numismatic world. Collectors dream of finding one in mint state condition, a coin that escaped the wearer's circulation, its luster still glowing after 8 decades. Such a specimen can easily fetch thousands of dollars, especially if it carries sharp details and a mirror-like surface. And as time marches on, their rarity only increases, driving prices higher and fueling fascination. But value isn't measured only in money. The true worth of the 1943 P. Jefferson nickel lies in its story, in the echoes of factories clanging through the night, of young soldiers keeping one as a lucky charm, of families back home counting their change and saving every cent. It captures the essence of a nation united by purpose, resilience, and belief in tomorrow. The silver in it may shine, but what truly glows is its historical soul. If you happen to possess a 1943 P. Jefferson nickel, consider yourself the guardian of a national relic. Don't part with it lightly, for its value is more than financial. It's cultural, emotional, and patriotic. This coin is proof that greatness can come in small forms, that even a 5-cent piece can carry the power to tell the story of an era, to hold the weight of sacrifice, and to change fortunes overnight. In today's coin market, where investors chase the rare and the meaningful, the 1943 P. Jefferson nickel stands as a timeless titan. It's not just a coin. It's a silver-bound legend, a reflection of American determination, and a silent witness to the days when unity and innovation shaped the destiny of a free world. Owning it isn't just collecting metal. It's owning a spark of history itself, one that still has the power to shine, to inspire, and yes, to transform your fortune forever. Next up, the 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar is one of the most misunderstood yet fascinating coins in modern American history, a coin that carried a dream, a revolution, and for some, a destiny wrapped in silver brilliance. When it was first struck, it was meant to mark a turning point, not just in currency design, but in the cultural evolution of the United States. It wasn't merely a dollar. It was a symbol of change, courage, and equality. And today, decades later, collectors look at it with renewed awe, for among these coins lies a version so unique and rare that it could turn forgotten pocket treasure into a life-altering fortune overnight. The year 1979 marked the birth of the first U.S. coin to ever bear the portrait of a real woman, the pioneering suffragist Susan B. Anthony. Her face, strong and determined, replaced the allegorical images of liberty that had long dominated U.S. coinage. This was no small act. It was a statement, an acknowledgement of women's power and their indelible mark on America's history. To hold this coin was to hold the legacy of a century-long fight for women's rights, a fight Susan B. Anthony herself had ignited with her unbreakable voice for justice and equality. When the Philadelphia Mint began striking the 1979 P coins, anticipation was high. It was the dawn of a new era. The first small-sized dollar coin, designed to replace the bulky Eisenhower dollar. Americans were promised convenience and progress, a coin that could move easily through vending machines, parking meters, and daily transactions. The metallic composition shimmered with a light silvery hue, making it appear as if it were struck in silver itself, though it was a blend of copper and nickel. Yet in its luster and tone, many believed they were looking at a modern silver dollar reborn, a coin with both historical gravitas and futuristic energy. But history, as always, took an unexpected turn. The American public, set in its ways, was not ready to embrace the new dollar. The coin was often mistaken for a quarter because of its size and color. People avoided using it, and banks soon found themselves with vaults full of uncirculated Susan B. Anthony dollars. The mint halted production after only a few short years, turning what was once a symbol of forward motion into a collector's dream. Amid the vast number of 1979 P dollars, however, lies a mystery that elevates this coin from interesting to extraordinary: the existence of rare and valuable varieties. Some early strikes were made using a wide-rim die, while others carried a narrow rim. The wide-rim 1979 P, with its closer date spacing, became one of the most sought-after errors in U.S. numismatics. It's not merely a variant. It's a whisper of the mint's experimentation, a secret left behind on a coin that the world had almost forgotten. Collectors now revere the 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar as a blend of beauty, history, and hidden treasure. The Philadelphia Mint, known for its precision, struck these coins with an exceptional level of craftsmanship. When you find one in proof-like or mint-state condition, the details are mesmerizing. Anthony's resolute profile gleaming against the 11-pointed stars that surround her, the bold lettering of liberty, echoing America's ideals, and a striking eagle on the reverse, poised for flight above the moon. That design, echoing the Apollo 11 mission's triumph, symbolized human achievement, both in space and in society. And yet, what truly electrifies collectors today is not just the coin's design or its history, it's its potential value. In pristine condition or as part of a rare variety, some 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollars can sell for astonishing amounts, especially those with proof finishes or unusual striking characteristics. Imagine a small, silvery dollar coin, once dismissed as ordinary, now commanding thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in elite auctions. For those who stumble upon one, it's not just luck, it's destiny glittering in metal form. Beyond the monetary value, the 1979 P coin carries an emotional and cultural resonance. It represents the merging of progress and tradition, the face of a woman who fought for the right to vote now immortalized on a coin that circulated freely through the nation she helped shape. Every detail of its creation, from its metallic sheen to the sharpness of its engraving, reflects an America in transition, proud of its past but reaching toward equality and change. The supposed silver-like appearance of some coins has led to myths of pure silver Susan B. Anthony dollars. Coins said have been struck accidentally in silver planchets meant for other denominations. Whether myth or reality, these tales add an air of mystique that only increases a coin's allure. To collectors, even the possibility of such a mistake makes every 1979 P dollar worth examining under a jeweler's light. because one rare discovery could shift fortunes in an instant. The story of the 1979 piece Susan B. Anthony Dollar is also the story of America's evolving identity, a nation striving to recognize its heroes beyond battlefields and politics. In honoring Susan B. Anthony, the Mint honored every voice that had been silenced, every citizen who dared to demand equality. To this day, no other coin carries such symbolic weight, a small disc of metal that embodies the power of persistence and the price of progress. So, if you ever come across a 1979 piece Susan B. Anthony Dollar, don't dismiss it as pocket change. Hold it up to the light. Study its rim, its shine, its story, because within its modest frame lies the spirit of a movement, the vision of equality, and perhaps, if fortune smiles, the key to a hidden treasure that could rewrite your life story. It is not just a coin. It's a time capsule, a dream cast of metal, and a reminder that history often hides its miracles in plain sight. For those lucky enough to possess one of these rare and beautiful coins, know this: you're not merely holding a piece of money. You're holding a piece of America's soul. Its value goes beyond dollars and cents. It represents courage, transformation, and the eternal belief that even the smallest things, even a single coin, can carry the power to change your fortune overnight. Next up, the 2000 Sacagawea dollar coin stands as one of the most iconic and mesmerizing pieces in the modern history of American coinage, a symbol of golden brilliance, courage, and mystery. When it first entered circulation, it wasn't just another dollar coin. It was the rebirth of the American spirit captured in metal. The shining golden surface, unlike any coin that came before it, seemed to shimmer with the light of history itself. To hold one of these coins was to hold a story of exploration, unity, and the unbreakable courage of a young Native American woman whose face became an emblem of the nation's pioneering past. The Sacagawea dollar was born at the dawn of a new millennium, the year 2000, a time when America looked forward while still honoring its roots. The United States Mint sought to create a coin that would not only function as currency, but would also embody the essence of American history and identity. They chose Sacagawea, the young Shoshone woman who guided Lewis and Clark through uncharted territory in the early 1800s. Her bravery and wisdom helped shape the future of the country, and her presence on the coin transformed the simple dollar into a moving tribute to perseverance and discovery. The Denver Mint, marked by the D Mint mark, was one of the principal mints to strike this golden masterpiece. The 2000 D coin instantly stood out for its radiant surface, a unique golden hue created from a combination of copper, manganese, and brass. Though it wasn't made of actual gold, its luster was so warm and rich that it quickly earned the nickname the Golden Dollar. In hand, it glows with a depth and beauty that few other circulating coins can match. Its golden shine makes it feel more like a piece of treasure than currency, and that's exactly how collectors see it today. What truly makes the 2000 D Sacagawea dollar extraordinary is not only its design, but its unimaginable potential value. While millions were minted for circulation, some rare varieties and error coins turned out to be worth small fortunes. There are tales of coins struck on experimental planchets with mirrored finishes or misaligned strikes, coins that slipped through the mint's strictest inspections. These rare errors have become the holy grail for collectors, commanding prices that can reach into the thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. For the right variant in pristine condition, the value can be breathtaking, enough to change someone's fortune overnight. Each detail of the coin's design was crafted with emotion and reverence. On the obverse, Sacagawea is depicted with calm strength, her infant son Jean-Baptiste resting on her back. Her gaze is forward, toward the horizon, a subtle reminder of courage and guidance. The reverse features a soaring bald eagle, its wings stretched wide in freedom and majesty. This combination of motherly warmth and national power created a coin that speaks to both heart and history. It is no exaggeration to say that the Sacagawea dollar reflects the very soul of America, nurturing yet bold, peaceful yet determined. The coin's introduction was not merely a design decision. It was a statement. The U.S. Mint wanted to create a modern successor to the Susan B. Anthony dollar, which had struggled to gain popularity. The Sacagawea dollar was different. Its golden color set it apart from any other coin in circulation. Yet even with its beauty, The coin was met with mixed reactions in daily commerce. Some people hoarded it, believing its shine and limited production would one day make it valuable. Others ignored it, leaving banks with piles of untouched golden coins. Little did they know that some of those coins, especially the 2000D mint marks, would indeed become worth far more than their face value. Among collectors, the 2000D Sacagawea dollar has achieved near mythical status due to one incredible discovery. A small number of coins were mistakenly struck using different planchets or experimental dyes, giving them unusual textures or tones. These rare versions have sold for unimaginable prices at auctions, sometimes reaching a kind of value that can make an ordinary person an instant millionaire. In the vast ocean of coins, these rare Sacagawea dollars are like golden comets, fleeting, magnificent, and life-changing for those lucky enough to find one. Even the standard 2000D coin in mint state condition glows with collector appeal. Over 2 decades later, the golden dollar has aged gracefully, with its color deepening to a soft, honeyed tone that gives it an almost antique charm. The finest specimens, those graded as MS-68 or higher, shine like jewels under light, and their values rise steadily year after year as collectors seek perfection. This is not a coin to dismiss as ordinary. It's a masterpiece of craftsmanship and vision. But beyond its monetary worth, the 2000D Sacagawea dollar holds a deeper kind of value, one that touches the spirit. It tells a story of exploration and courage, of a woman who helped map the future of a nation. To see her image, captured with such quiet dignity, is to be reminded that greatness often comes from unexpected places. This is what gives a coin an emotional weight. It's not just metal and engraving, but a living reminder of courage, motherhood, and discovery. The golden dollar has also inspired generations of coin collectors. Children who once received these coins as change or gifts have grown into passionate numismatists, searching for rare errors, uncirculated strikes, and proof versions. For them, the Sacagawea coin is more than currency. It's a connection to America's story, a bridge between the ancient wilderness and the modern world. And every now and then, a story surfaces of someone finding a rare Sacagawea dollar in an old drawer or coin jar, transforming what was thought to be a simple keepsake into a treasure beyond imagination. So, if you ever hold a 2000D Sacagawea dollar, pause before spending it. Let the golden surface remind you of the journey it represents. The courage of a young mother who helped explore an unknown land, the artistry of America's minting history, and the mysterious power of rarity that still captivates collectors worldwide. This coin isn't just a dollar. It's a beacon of history and a vessel of fortune. In today's coin market, the 2000D Sacagawea dollar gleams brighter than ever. Its allure grows with time, its mystique deepens, and its message remains eternal. For some, it is simply a collectible. But for the fortunate few who possess a rare version, it is a ticket to wealth, a tangible reminder that even the smallest golden circle can carry within it the power to change one's life forever.